Hi guys. Hi ma'am. This light is so bright I can't see you all. But first of all, I would like to start off by thanking all of you all for inviting me, Tapesh, here. It's always lovely to come and talk to you all, the young generation. And just about 2 days ago, I was talking to my curator, Ekta here, and I asked her what the theme was. And she said the theme is navigating 20s. It actually got me thinking. I turned 27 last month. I turned 27 last month. And it's been only 7 years since I've been navigating my 20s. And I'm pretty sure among all the other speakers here, I probably have less experience. However, it did run my mind into the thought process of, how did I get here? How am I invited for a TED Talk? And why am I invited for a TED Talk? Why do people want to listen to me? I actually answered my own question. It's because I'm a pilot. I'm 27, yes. I'm a daughter. I'm a wife. And by heart, I'm a mom. I very recently turned into a mother. And again, very recently, I turned into an ex-sister. Now, I don't mean for you all to get really sad, but I lost my brother last year. And that was honestly the turning point of my life. I was in my 3rd trimester when I lost my brother. And it was only after I faced death. He was my 22-year-old little baby brother who lost his life. And that is when I understood what life is, only after seeing my baby brother's death. I thought about life for the very first time. I thought about what is life? Why are we all here? Why are we sitting and listening to each other? Why do we greet each other? Why am I holding a mic here? Why are you all studying here? Why? When in the end, everything has to come to an end. Moh maya ki baatein? Too much old talk, right? Sounds so depressing. It's not. So that's when I answered my own question. Prachi, zindagi kya hai, moh maya kya hai? Think of it when you're 80, 90, maybe 100, if you're a healthy person. For now, in your 20s, talking to the youth, what is navigating 20s? It is definitely, in my view, the baseline of the rest of your years ahead. It forms your base. It is the neve of everything your life will offer you ahead of you. Now, mind you, that does not mean if you mess up in your 20s, you can't make it in your life. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, 20s is a turning point. Be it 20 or 29. You're in your college during these years. You'll most probably have a very serious relationship during these years. You'll most probably marry in these years, which means personal as well as professional life is going to have a base in these years. Now, how and what do I do to make sure that I have a good life ahead? That I don't fall into moh maya and I don't fall into too much materialism and I maintain a balance. The trick is to always and always keep your mind in control. Now, everyone seated here, I want you to raise your hand, left hand. If you could please bear with me, just raise your left hand. And we're going to keep it like this for a while. I want you all to think about an orange. Sundar sundar sa orange, right? And meanwhile, as we all are doing this, I'll go about telling about my career. I'm a pilot. I am 27 today. there are people who are 24 and 25 and who have their command, whereas me at 25 did not have a command, which means I had my priorities separate from what any other fellow pilot might have had. Now, with this little story, I want to ask you all, how many of you all stopped thinking about the orange when you were listening to my story? Raise your right hand if you stopped thinking about the orange. See, I see hands. I see hands, which means our body is accustomed to practicality. When I tell you to do something, when I tell you an action, when you have to perform an action, you're accustomed to doing it because your body is meant that way. Your muscle memory is meant that way. It will follow anything that you ask it to do. However, when you have to ask your mind to do something, what happens? It's distraction, and it's gone. Right? You stop thinking about the orange. Just because I was talking about my career, which you don't care about. You all are engineering students, doctorate students, psychology students. You don't care about my career, but you listened to me and your mind wandered. What does that tell us about life? It tells us that there is a balance between our thoughts, our mind, and our body. We function in balance. What our mind says, our body follows. What our body does, our mind receives. My husband right here, he's very practical. I'm very lucky to I'm very lucky to find him at a very young age. And I am of the very psychological, and I'll talk deep stuff. I'll talk about soul, and I'll talk about afterlife, and I'll talk about soulmates, twin flames, all of that romantic stuff, okay? I'll say all of that to him. And he'll tell me something very practical. He'll tell me, baby, we are together because we are a combination of random events. I met you at a time when I was ready for a relationship. You met me at a time when you were ready for commitment. He's the practical one. I'm not. He becomes the body in the two of us. I become the heart. Then where is the mind? The mind is wandering between the two of us. In a relationship, in a person alone or in a person alone, we both manage ourselves. We manage each other in such a way that our bodies, minds, and hearts collide. And today, if there's anything I would like you all to take away from here, is that your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, till the last day of your life, your mind and your body, both of them must be in balance. The only time you have to take it to the peak is your 20s. The only time you can make a very good-looking six-pack body for all those girls, or you can make a beach body for all those guys and for yourselves, is now. The only time your mind will reach its peak is now. Does not mean it cannot be better tomorrow. It can. But the foundation needs to be set today. So I urge you all to remember this little experiment that we did. I urge you all to remember that your bodies, your actions, create your thoughts. It's not the other way around. कौन सी कहावत है वो? जो सोचोगे वो बोलोगे, जो बोलोगे वो करोगे. I personally believe जो करोगे वो सोचोगे, जो सोचोगे वो बोलोगे, जो बोलोगे वो जियोगे. Think about it. Think about it and live your life in such a way that all of it stays in balance. Do not ever question yourself is this age appropriate? Is this appropriate for me? Think about how you feel today and move ahead with it. Honestly speaking, today what I'm speaking here, it will change 10 years down the line. What I'm thinking right now will change 10 years down the line. I promise you that. Ma'am sitting here, she's way older than me. I promise you, if I give her the mic, she'll have a different thought process of life. So will you, so will I. So every single thing is transient. The only thing which is consistent is our body and our thoughts. So my lesson and my thought process that I want to share with you all is that control your actions. Make sure that you don't manifest in the way कि मैं सोचूंगा मेरे को सपनों की परी मिलेगी तो मिल जाएगी ना. It works like you act for it. You be in the environment you want to find your partner, and then you think about it. And that's how you reach it. Don't manifest vaguely. Manifest with actions. And with that, I would like to end. I hope you all enjoyed and took something away from this. Thank you so much.